There is an interesting story of a poor boy who was a student in school. During an annual day ceremony, the teacher requested the students to give some kind of a contribution. Some students brought the teacher rice and some students brought other crops. This one student was so poor that he could think of nothing to bring. Therefore, he told his teacher that he would speak to his mother first. After school, the student told his mother, "My dear mom, all my classmates have promised to contribute something to the teacher. What shall I contribute?" The mother replied, "My dear son, we are so poor that we cannot give anything. However, Krishna is a friend of the poor. If he gives you something, you can promise it to your teacher." "Oh, where is Krishna?" the little boy asked. "Well, I understand that he is in the forest," the mother said. Therefore, the little boy went to the forest and called for Krishna. He then began to cry and finally Krishna came. When a devotee is very eager to see Krishna, Krishna is so kind that he comes. "So what are you asking?" Krishna asked the little boy. "You are the friend of the poor," the little boy said. "I am very poor, and what can I promise my teacher?" Krishna then told him, "You can tell him that you will supply him some yogurt, some dahi." The little boy was very satisfied with this, and the next day he went to his teacher and said, "I will supply you as much yogurt as you need." The teacher felt that this was very nice and he was pleased with the boy. On the day of the ceremony, the boy again went to the forest and called for Krishna. Krishna appeared and gave him a quart of yogurt. The little boy took this yogurt to his teacher and said, "This is my contribution, sir." The teacher looked at the quart and said, "What is this? Hundreds of people will be coming, and you have only given this much yogurt?" The teacher became so angry that he spilled the yogurt out of the container. When he bent down to pick it up, he saw that the container was again full. He dropped it again, and it was again full. He could then understand that it was spiritual. Moral of the story: this is the nature of Krishna. One can take everything and yet the same will remain. In the material world, 1 minus 1 equals 0. But in the spiritual world, 1 minus 1 equals 1. There is no duality in the spiritual world. 1 plus 1 equals 1 and 1 minus 1 equals 1. If we love Krishna, that love will not be destroyed as love is in this material world. In the material world, a servant serves the master as long as the servant is pleased and as long as the master is pleased. The servant is pleased as long as the master pays, and the master is pleased as long as the servant renders good service. However, in the spiritual world, if the servant cannot serve under certain conditions, the master is still pleased. And if the master does not pay, the servant is still pleased. That is called oneness absolute. Hare Krishna.